acts for this gig. I was getting paid regardless of how many people showed up, and the bands that opened up for me were getting paid for how many people they brought to the show. That was the agreement. During my search for opening acts, I was told about a band who was also trying to book a show at this venue. I reached out to the head band member, whom also said he was the band manager. While discussing payment terms, I outlined the agreement that the venue manager and I had made and asked if he was willing to accept it. Minutes later, I received a rather long, defensive email from this person claiming I was trying to scam him out of pay, and he had to quote-unquote protect his band. Then he decided to reach out to the venue manager and tell him the exact same thing. But as I stated before, their pay was based on how many people they brought to the show, which was 0. I at least managed to bring a table and a half to my own show. Unfortunately, that night, the venue did not break even. However, I still managed to pay the band for devoting their time and energy, because it was the right thing to do. We shook hands and all was settled. Since then, I have continued following this band, and I have seen them achieve some pretty awesome things. My issue? How can someone so naive and unaware of how a headlining act works be in charge of such an achieving band? This band would go on to headline the act at that same venue, but did not ask me to open for them. Now, don't get me wrong, this band is very good at what they do. However, what they play is traditional, and it is something that has been done before. To me, it's nothing original. What I'm getting at here is that there's a serious problem in the Hampton Roads music scene. Musicians like myself who try to do the right thing get ignored for people who are toxic and people who cover wagon wheel all the time. And it makes me want to vomit. But that's showbiz, I guess. What I'm getting at here, well, I already said that. But why? Why is that showbiz? Why is this the norm in any given music scene? Why do we have to remain silent and roll with the punches? Let's talk about this. I had a gig where I brought people, enough to fill 2 tables. These people were there for me and sat directly in front of me, just like you 3 are. You 4, excuse me. Well, the venue manager told me to move and stop playing so loud because he was afraid the people I brought to my own gig would leave. I never got a call back from this venue either. I did something that some musicians can do that some musicians can't do for their gigs, which is bring people, and I didn't get a call back. I once played a showcase and yet again managed to bring at least a couple people. The problem here? I was last on the list, and the person managing the showcase did not keep track of time. My friends had to leave before they could see me play, and then the person managing the showcase claimed I did not bring 1 person to the showcase. I only got to play 1 song, while everybody else got to play 8. I have been told by a venue who supports struggling artists that they only want musicians who have a following. Newsflash, if I wasn't struggling, I would have a following, and I wouldn't be asking to play at your struggling artist's venue. I have been treated like dirt by venue management. One night, after a long 4-hour gig, I began breaking down my setup. I needed the lights on so I could see what I was doing. The venue manager walked right up to the stage and unplugged the lights on me while I was breaking down. Yeah, it happened. I get to see people who can't sing get the big gigs, while I, someone who studies singing as an art form, gets booked in empty bars. Now let me stop. I'm in no way saying that I'm a perfect singer. I am flat, I am pitchy, I can't hit high notes all the time, but what I am saying is that I can sing for longevity. I can sing to where I don't hurt myself. I can't say the same for these people out there. Nasality, discoordinated head voice, belting with all chest, no head. I say, hey, oh, whoa. So, I get to see people who get these big gigs while I get booked in an empty bar by a booking agent. The list goes on, and if this sounds like I am complaining, it's because I am. This is what I've experienced as a solo DIY musician in Hampton Roads. It has worn me down to my core, and I cannot put myself through this anymore. It has been 6 years since I began my journey as a musician, and I've given a lot of time and energy to it. I am so grateful for every single person I have met along the way, for they are what has kept me going this long. But I'm also very tired. I've done my best to approach every endeavor with humility and goodwill, but I guess it's not enough. So tell me, what's wrong with your music scene? Let's talk about this and not be silent anymore. I left names out of this because I don't want enemies. I just want awareness. These experiences are real and did happen. And I got names for every one of them, guys. You want to ask? Just meet me the fuck outside. But I have swept them all under the rug.
Good.
For sake of being a good sport. But I cannot stay silent anymore when I know there's seriously something wrong out there. However, there is hope here. It's on this stage, where I'm standing right fucking now. It's in you who decided to come here tonight. It's in all of us, and we can change this for the better of our community and its artists. You guys. Norfolk has some serious fucking potential, but it's nothing if we only care about ourselves. And I have had to learn that. I will be playing my last acoustic show on September 1st at American Brew in Virginia Beach from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. After this, I'm moving on to newer and better things that will still involve music. I'm still a musician. I will never lock away my gift. And one day I will pick up where I left off from here. But for now, it's time to give it a rest. Thank you. Stay amused.
Say it one more time for Thomas Holt.